Listening to the Midwest's Most Dangerous Podcast, Lock Pod, Season 18, Episode 18, coming to you live from the NECA IBW Powering Indiana Lake County Studios.
It's Tuesday. We're here, and it's hot.
It is 1,000 degrees.
It is a scorcher. So Charlie's working for like this company that does like, I don't know, like they mold, like if there's mold in the building, he has to spray it and stuff or whatever. I was like, what are you doing up? He was up at 4:15. He started at 5. They started him early.
Yeah.
I think you said Public Works was working early this week.
Public Works was
starting
in my
at
alley
4.
getting they got the garbage from my house at like 5 in the morning.
Wow.
I was up, by the way.
Yep. Yeah.
It is 1,000 degrees where we live right now.
It is
I don't know
real hot.
where you live, what temperature's like, but it's dangerously hot where we live. It's like 100 plus heat index.
Yep.
Like brutal.
And humid. Like even when it's like 85 in the morning, it's just so humid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan's going back to Tampa today. I told him you're going back to milder weather in Tampa in July.
No kidding, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, what's that big old bling you got around your neck? Look at that thing. Is it weighing you down? Is your neck hurt?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Flava Flav.
This is my normal necklace.
It's like his Flava Flav clock.
Yeah, right. It is. It is.
That is significant.
The Warsaw Optimist Triathlon, or the Warsaw Optimists organization.
Very nice.
We have a Hammond Optimist organization,
We do.
and it's the same logo. And the Warsaw also has an Optimist Club, and they put on an annual triathlon every year. I've done it. This is my second year in a row. It's really nice.
Look at this sexy guy right here.
Yeah.
That is
My
a
tri-suit.
I like that, dude. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let's describe this. Oh, and you have the same medal on. You finished this. They give you right at the end.
Yeah.
Right
Like, they
there.
hand it to you,
Bam.
Mm-hmm.
and they took a nice picture.
I was strong on this try.
How did you get the photo? Is that like an official photo, or did they, like you give them the phone?
I have one of those little drones that follow you around. I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be great? It's like following me as I shit
Would
myself.
you really want that?
If I was hiking or something, not on a try, you wouldn't want to see that. Believe me, on a try, it's like it's not lovely.
Look at that. Damn, you look.
I like the outfit.
Yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate
Did
it.
you get that in Hawaii?
No, I got it at the Chicago Tri last year.
Nice.
I got it because transition in the triathlon, which is when you're changing shoes, you're changing out of your swim trunks into your run gear. It takes time, and I've learned that I just put on my tri suit and you don't have to change.
So that is your swimsuit, your biking, and your running.
Everything. It was a little cold that morning, so I threw on an extra jersey. That's the only thing and I had to change shoes. So I changed bike shoes to running shoes. But other than
Put
that,
your glasses on.
yeah,
right, for the bike?
those are from my bike.
Yeah.
I left them on.
And then the headband.
Headband left on. What's
Headband
that?
on the whole time.
Got
Yeah.
your catheter tucked in there?
Oh yeah, no, I was free flowing.
Nice.
I went to the bathroom in the water. Because
Good spot to do it. Why not? It's
One
a
or
lake.
two.
it's good for me. Not so much for the person
right behind
following
you.
me. Yeah.
Why is there that warm spot in this water?
Yeah.
So headband you put on after the swim too?
Yeah.
And do you swim cap when you're in the water?
Yep. Swim
Wow.
cap. You have to have a
Yeah.
swim cap.
You were worried about
so
the
they can see
temp.
you. It was cold. My foot cramped as soon as I got in there.
Ugh.
I hate it. I have cramps so bad now because I take this medicine and it dehydrates me. But last year I didn't know how to regulate it. I gotten better this year, and I'm drinking way more electrolytes because I've never had to do that. But last year I cramped out so bad that I drinking electrolytes, and I did this whole try, and I had a little issue with my foot, but I got through it.
Thank goodness it was a lot. If the heat hadn't started yet, right?
No,
that Saturday was
I'll
perfect,
be honest though,
wasn't it?
Because I was all fucked up in the head because of the cold water.
Mm-hmm.
The water temperature is like 72.
Oh wow.
It was cold.
Yeah.
And I don't use wetsuit, so
Yeah.
I was like, and I'm a wimp about cold water, dude. I did that in the Navy. I don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
Going into cold water. And I've always been like an 85 degree guy, like 85 degree water temperature. I'm good, right? So now, like, I've forced myself to get into colder water. Like,
Was it cold? So, but I bet it was nice that it wasn't too hot when you were on the run. Mm-hmm. At least it's not like blistering
try,
heat like now.
check this out. The first mile of this try is basically uphill. And then you get to the top at mile
wow.
1, and you run down, which is nice.
That's
So you
nice.
get like 3/4 of the way down, and then you go really steep up for the second mile.
Man.
And then when you come down the second steep ascent, it's flat for like the last mile.
Oh, that's good.
It's
But it sucks getting there.
yeah, I did good though, man. I was
That's
really
great.
strong. I
That's
felt
great.
real
Here
good.
you are.
Yeah, 10:28 run. That's honestly, after a try, that 10:28. If I ran that on a workout, I'd be happy. Doing that at a triathlon, I don't know what was into me, man. I was freaking a monster that day.
So what do you think you got to improve? Like the transitions
No,
or
my
the
bike.
biking?
everybody that beat me smoked me on the bike, and I'm fast on my bike. I did 16.5 miles an hour, and everybody else is up around 20.
Wow. So you think like equipment, or you
literally everybody that's ahead of me on that list is way faster on the bike. I was beating most of them on my run, and my swim is competitive, but like I'm clearly slow on my bike. So
Got it.
if I want to do better at tries, I have to get a better bike because my equipment's not up to snuff.
Up to snuff. Yeah, there you go. Well, good job. Congrats,
Thanks.
by the way. That's awesome, man. You got your first try under the belt.
Yep.
And what are these distances, Tom?
Swim is a third of a mile.
Okay.
Bike is 15 miles, and a
Wow.
run is 5K, 3.1.
And it kind of varies, right? Because I was thinking about this. Like isn't like the Culver sprint, don't they do like a quarter mile maybe? Or like
I think their run
it's
is
always
longer.
Their runs, okay.
Yeah, sprints are basically the same distance. They mess with the run sometimes, but it's basically the same distance.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank God
Congrats.
this was like a day before the
Oh
heat
my
wave
gosh,
hit.
yeah.
I'd have been fine because honestly, then there's positives to that too. Because then the water the water's warmer. The water is freaking cold, guys. Like, and keep in mind it's 7 a.m. our time. I'm like jumping in a cold, murky lake with a bunch of dudes. Well, there was a whole bunch of people. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of women actually.
I was going to ask you, is this like a pretty well attended try?
400 probably.
Oh wow,
300-400 people.
That's great.
It's a big deal in Warsaw.
It's like their thing.
And people from all there's like a whole crew. I've been like doing these not region rumbles. I forgot Ruble Racing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing it with these guys, and I see it like the same people. They like travel around Indiana and go to different.
The guy
trials.
locally I think of is besides you did
Leon.
this try is I was going to say Bill Hassey.
Yeah,
Because he does a lot.
yeah.
And even
I didn't see anybody that I knew there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard rumor that Doc Forite's brother might be there, but I didn't see him there. So
Why did you take your medal off? I think you should wear that the
it's
whole
heavy.
show.
It's gonna hurt his neck.
Yeah,
his neck's hurting.
yeah.
Well, good. Congrats, by the way. That's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
and Kevin and John both missed High Rider. I was there representing Lockpod. People
Thank
coming
you.
up saying hi, by the way. Thank
That's
you.
great. I was at a wedding where people did come up to me and say they listened to Lockpod, which I thought was
nice.
great. Yeah,
Really?
so that was
That's
good.
so
Yeah,
cool.
it was really cool. So
Yeah.
nice wedding, but I missed High Rider. This is
This
too.
sounds
This
awesome.
is. I'm so bummed I missed them. They're
Mind if I
so
play
good.
this?
No, please.
Oh, let's listen to High Rider.
That's
Good shit.
Great.
So good.
Can't beat a little Cumberland Blues. In the
Those
morning.
guys are they're all from Indianapolis, and they came up, and they're my buds. And the audience was probably 300-400 people. It was a nice, it was perfect weather out. I had a chair. I was
Nice.
tired from the try, and I just sat there with Warple and listened to the Grateful Dead.
I saw some spinners. I think I saw a puff of smoke in that video.
There was
Somewhere.
some
Yeah,
there was
this
some
was my
illegal
favorite.
activity happening.
Right.
There it is. Look at that.
I'm sure it's a cigarette.
Tobacco,
I'm
for
sure
sure.
it's a cigarette.
sure.
Yeah.
Why
It's-
not?
I smelled
Cigarette.
a lot of nicotine in the air.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, good job. That's part of the summer series that we talked about.
Yeah.
They
Past, so
sounded awesome.
They sound so good.
I
man.
love
I want to
High
see them
I
in
love
Indianapolis.
High
I got to
Rider.
go down
know.
and see
No,
them.
those guys are down. Like, we just got to tell them we're coming down.
That's
Nice.
great.
Yeah, super cool. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and do some mailbag, and then I got a Bears update, and
Look at
then we
that.
got Straight Talk with Corinne. We got a busy show, man. So,
Yes. Third segment, we're going to talk a little national stuff. I want to talk about the American State Fair. I don't want to call it a flop yet, but we're hoping for a comeback. And also this really interesting video from Representative Thomas Massey turning the tables
I saw
on,
that. That was
on this
good.
dude from Fox News, which I thought was great.
yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and do some mailbag.
Mailbag.
All right.
Beautiful.
Good job. All right. This is a I don't know. I don't love this mailbag, but in the
Here it
interest of First Amendment, we like everybody to have their
Fair
time.
play.
So it's
That's
fair
right.
play. Thank you. It says comment. I am an Indiana resident. This is caller Renee.
Looks
That's
like
she
a Fort
alleges
Wayne
it.
area code, by the way.
Oh, it is 260. Good call. All right. If Chicago and Illinois don't believe in taxing to keep the Bears and their state is better off, Like they spelled that wrong. No, never mind. Probably has something to do with. Okay, let me start over again.
Yeah, it's weirdly written.
It is like I'm reading it. It's written, as you all know. Okay. If Chicago and Illinois don't believe in taxing to keep the Bears in their state is better off, probably has something to do with the lack of Nazi and/or pedo leadership. Then maybe Indiana shouldn't be acquiring the Bears. If you're going to be a Democrat, then act like it. Ditch the sports team. Make a difference by working to make a difference. Stadiums aren't it when human rights in our state and our country are on the line.
That is all over the place.
Impassioned.
That is all over the place. So wait, is she implying that like Indiana leadership has Nazi and pedo?
Yeah.
I think so.
And then she's saying that like Illinois is better off. That's hard to believe.
And she's saying, I get this, by the way. I've received this criticism from multiple Democrats. Is like, what are you working with these guys for? Be a good Democrat and turn down the Bears.
That sounds like
stop
a smart
working
idea.
with the governor. Stop working with the General Assembly. Stop trying to improve your city. Be a good Democrat. Loser. I'm going to sound like Trump here. That's a loser mentality.
Agreed.
If you feel that way and you're a Democrat, you're a part of the problem in this country.
Yep.
You are. Like you're saying, don't make Hammond better. Don't work with the governor. Don't work with the General Assembly. You're a dumbass if that's how you feel.
Yeah, and I think the thing you said early on, Tom, which I totally agree with, was it was one of the early meetings and maybe your first press conference on this. You're like, what kind of mayor? I think trying to quote you here, but definitely paraphrasing you. What kind of mayor would I be if a $5 billion, $8 billion project came to my city? And I said, you know what? I'm partisan and I don't want to work with you because you're a different party.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's attitudes like that screwed up Washington D.C. We're not going to do that in Indiana.
When you're too far apart. Nothing gets done.
I'm proud of the fact that I'm working with Governor Braun. Proud of it. And if you don't think that that's what we should be doing, then I think you should run for office.
Yeah, because I think
you should run for it because you'll never win.
Government works when people are working together.
That's right. So let's go ahead and do a Bears update. And I know we got Corinne. She's going to be waiting in a few minutes. This is it's not really the longest Bears update, but it is an update. This surprised me. I was at the Grateful Dead show, the High Rider show. And I started getting blown up from reporters. Mm-hmm. And, I get blown up. And these were local reporters, and they were specific. And I blew them off because I was like, dude, I'm not dealing with this shit right now. It's Saturday night. I'm chilling out listening to the Grateful Dead. And then apparently I got home, and there it was. Search continues. Bears Stadium search continues. Bears confirm new potential Indiana stadium site, which we already knew, by the way, but the Northwest Indiana Times narrowed it down. I have to give them credit. Narrowed down where a lot of drilling's going on.
Can I rip the Times for a second?
Sure.
So this is the Monday edition, which as a subscriber I pay $90 a month to get, and this only comes digitally. I don't get the paper.
Hold it. That was in the front page, wasn't it?
Yeah, Monday.
Monday, yeah.
And Monday they don't deliver.
The story. Oh,
yeah, it's the Monday edition. So like I get the paper edition, right? Like as you can see right here.
Gotcha.
And the Monday edition doesn't come to my door because they only allow it digitally, even though they charge me the same amount for my.
You don't get a Monday paper at all?
Well, you have to get it online. It's only online. Yeah, they don't give a paper.
So on Mondays they don't deliver a physical paper.
Correct.
Right.
What? But every other day they do.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So the Northwest Indiana Times is reporting that the search for the Bears' future home is still very much alive. While there's no announcement yet, the article makes it clear that the discussions surrounding the team's long-term stadium plans have not ended. From our perspective here on LockPod, that's significant. Remember, Illinois failed to deliver a stadium package during the regular legislative session, and despite periodic talk of special sessions and new proposal, nothing's been finalized. That uncertainty has kept every other option on the table, including Hammond. Indiana has been consistent from the beginning. We have better speed of business, cleaner development site, and state leadership willing to move quickly, and we did move quickly. And, so basically, I think what that story did was it came out and it identified a new section that the Bears are poking holes in.
Right.
And if you remember back in November, December, we had a similar type of story written by.
You're right, with a similar photo.
Similar photo. It might even be the damn same machine, but that was in Wolf Lake, and that was the beginning of. That was the beginning of all this.
Yeah,
that's basically how we got clued in that something was going on. Is this machine was in Wolf Lake Park punching holes, and it was the Bears that were doing it. And now the Times has said in this story that This same machine, there was actually 2 of them. I drove out there, and they were poking holes in Wolf Lake terminals, which is 110 acres.
Private development.
There's DOD on one side, and there's a private development on the other, and we have a great relationship with the private development, the owner of the property, we, the city. And the DOD side, a lot of people say, oh, that's never going to happen. Well, you might want to check with Senator Young and Senator Banks and Congressman Mervan on that, because last time I checked, Senator Young, Senator Banks, and Congressman Mervan are working hand in hand with the city of Hammond to make this development happen. And I could tell you, on the DOD side, there's no soldier station there. It's not like they're walking around with guns and stuff. It's literally they're storing stuff.
Depot.
You can store stuff anywhere. You don't have to store it there.
And I think the thing that people maybe forget to realize is that, like, this is a large development, and it's going to go in many, it could go in many different places along a very large area in and around Wolf Lake. So just because they're poking here, poking there, poking everywhere, whatever, they're trying to figure out what to do. And I think
the Bears have a really good idea of what they're doing. I really do.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
These negotiations take months.
Absolutely.
They take years. I mean, they have to go through financing questions, infrastructure questions, environmental questions, political negotiations, right? Mm-hmm. All this has to happen, and the Bears are in total, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They have more information than the city of Hammond has
Without
about the city of Hammond. They know that entire area. It's funny when you read all these people, you hear all these people on the internet talking about, oh, you got this problem and this problem. You don't know nearly what the Bears know. You don't know nearly what they do.
So last night at about, I was watching the World Cup, and after the Netherlands, Rick Baltensberger, Morocco match, Fox News came on because it's on Fox. It was Fox Channel 32, Chicago. And there's my favorite mayor. They had some clips of you.
Really?
From a city council meeting. They were like out at Wolf Lake terminals, and they were like, had the reporter out there, and then they were clipping you from a city council meeting, and you had your Bears quarter zip on. Huh. So it was they had a whole thing. On the Bears. And they had a big drone aerial over Wolf Lake. And it was,
I'm not sure how much of an update it is, but it is a new area, and that's I know that the Bears are saying there's another area they're looking at, and the Times is saying they're poking holes in Wolf Lake terminals, so that would lead one to believe that that's the area they're looking at, but who knows?
And that's a privately owned business, so that's between the Bears and them
and DOD.
Yeah.
So, and big enough for a stadium and entire development around it.
Wow.
By the way, right off the toll road. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Well, there's our Bears update.
Yeah, that's a Bears update.
Let's do some ads. Come back. It's Tuesday, so we're going to do Straight Talk with Corinne, and then stay tuned to discuss some things about the America 250.
Okay. I want to ask Corinne when we get in there. I want to ask her about that Maryville. We've been following the Maryville Detention Center situation.
Yes.
Todd Rokita just sent him a creepy letter. I wonder if Corinne is aware of what's going on with that. It was in our local paper, so let's ask her when she comes in. But all right, let's start off with some ads. Powering Indiana Lake County, our premier and studio sponsor. Powering Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana corporations, businesses, and homes. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve. Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solutions provider. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by hitting up their website at mcrpartnersllc.com. Or for tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 40-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Baltensberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions that leave a lasting impression. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
Cantrell and Cantrell. Ooh, whoops. Yes, the branding room floor. Sorry about that. Don't let your business get lost in the shuffle of generic branding and aimless marketing. The Branding Room Floor is Northwest Indiana's best full-time, full-service marketing agency, providing data-driven results to help your business grow in a crowded market. From website development and digital advertising to graphic design and branding, the Branding Room floor will set your business or organization on a clear path to strategic success. Don't wait another day to get started. Visit thebrandingroomfloor.com today.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? If so, give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with somebody who's in the court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you. Thank you to our sponsors.
Including our studio sponsor, Power in Indiana, Lake County.
Hey, Corinne, how's it going? Straight talk time.
Good morning. It's Tuesday again. Oh my
It
gosh.
is.
I know.
It comes quick, doesn't it?
It does.
And it's so nice to be joining you all on the last day of June, the last day of Pride. No, I'm just
Yes.
kidding. Of Nuclear Family Month in
Oh, yeah.
Indiana.
Thank you.
Yes.
Celebrated.
My goodness. So I wanted to highlight this story because it is the last day of June, and I wanted to talk about this just a little bit because, for one, it was cracking me up. And for two, the way that the marketing has gone around this Nuclear Family Month has just been really silly, and it really feels, honestly, just like a huge waste of energy.
There's been marketing of Nuclear Family Month.
I didn't see that.
I did not know that. This is
Yes.
awesome.
It's not my algorithm.
So on June, so Mike Braun signed a proclamation, put out a proclamation that is, I, Mike Braun, Governor of Indiana, do hereby proclaim the month of June 2026 as Nuclear Family Month. According to the proclamation, the nuclear family consists of one husband, one wife, and any biological, adopted, or fostered children in God's design for the family structure, and has been the foundation of society since the creation of the world.
I guess
Okay.
stepkids are out.
Stepkids, none, because that means you
Yeah,
got
divorce
divorced.
isn't recognized.
You can't get
But
divorced.
who gets divorced anymore?
right.
Nope.
What
That-
God God binds, no man can.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So if your stepkids are not part of the nuclear family, good to
They
know.
are not, because you shouldn't
Okay.
get divorced. You
That's
slut.
right.
Yeah.
You slut.
There's our title.
Yeah, you shouldn't get divorced, you slut.
Good job, Corinne.
You made it.
And I am saying that as a happily divorced woman,
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you were going to call yourself something else.
Yeah.
happily divorced slut, who is,
That's in the running for the title.
That's sure. Tom and I are just sitting here like, oh, I'm not going there.
Yeah,
but okay.
I'm not sure about that title.
but spending an amazing time with my lovely blended family right now,
Yay.
which is
Your
beautiful.
non-nuclear family.
You're not nuclear.
My non-nuclear family.
That's
right. With my queer kid. So
That's right. Look out.
it's just when Mike Braun was asked about this in an Indiana Capitol Chronicle story, he said that this is not exclusionary. This is not excluding anyone. This is, and
Well, that's
anybody
good.
who says that it's exclusionary, they're just spinning it to be so. But it's obviously excluding queer families, blended families, etc. And
Do you think it was intentionally towards stepkids? Because I totally
Yes.
agree with you towards queer kids, LGBTQ. You know, for sure, it was meant to exclude them. Do you think it went so far as to intentionally exclude stepchildren too? Huh?
100%.
That's
Yes.
repulsive.
Wow,
That
I'm
is
surprised. I kind of made it. I kind of
Really?
said that a little bit as a joke. I thought you
read
just
this
maybe
again.
missed it.
Yeah,
No.
it's almost like somebody forgot to tell
Forgot to
them,
put stepkids
hey,
in.
there's stepkids out there too.
50% of
that is
marriages end in divorce.
that's a major slight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Wow.
acknowledge
And
divorce.
Any biological,
Dude.
adopted, or
fostered.
That is
Yep.
crazy.
Yes. So I wanted to just point out a couple of issues just with the first statement. Again, which God? Because there is supposed to be a separation of church and state here. We are not supposed to be making secular government statements in, quote, God's design. So which God is he speaking of?
There you go, quoting the Constitution again.
That's right.
That damn Constitution,
It gets
right?
in the way of a good time, Corinne. Stop
Why
doing
would
It
I
that.
sure
keep it
does.
here? It's in the way of a good time. It's another good title.
I
All
hate
these
that
divorce
Constitution
sluts
quote.
out here are having fun, and
She just keeps quoting the Constitution every show.
every time. And the idea that it has been the foundation of society since the creation of the world,
Yeah.
unbelievably problematic for a variety of reasons. The first reason being that is utter bullshit. The nuclear family is a fabrication, it is a creation, and it has been gaining traction in the United States since the 1940s or 50s.
Corinne, you've never seen the Flintstones, obviously.
Again, propaganda. Yeah.
Nuclear family,
Nuclear
cavemen.
family
Come on.
propaganda. That's what the Flintstones
They've been around a
was.
long time. They were in caves.
Yeah, like what happened to isn't like cavemen out there just spreading seed and like
It
what
was
is
a
this?
nuclear family, John. There was no stepchildren cavemen.
That's right. There's a divorce.
So nuclear family has not been around since the beginning of time. And the creation of the world, what are you talking about, Mike Braun? The creation of the world, okay, are we saying that the world is 6,000 years old, like some of you Noah's Ark people want to think? Or it's billions of years old and humans have only been here for a teeny tiny amount of time? Like what, the creation of the world, what are you talking about?
The Big Bang Theory.
Yes,
And
since the Big Bang,
algae,
there's
the
been a
algae,
nuclear
the algae,
family.
the algae nuclear family.
That's right. They really stuck together. And I just want to point out a couple of dates here that I found really interesting. So in his tweet, Mike Braun said, oops, where'd it go? He said, when he issued this proclamation, he tweeted it out, and he said, as a father of 4 and grandfather of 7, I have seen firsthand the impact that loving, committed families can have across multiple generations. Okay. We got to be realistic about what marriage has been up until the last, maybe we could be generous and say 100 years. Okay. Marriage has been a business arrangement. Love, not really part of marriage for the vast majority of human history.
Right.
Marriage it's a relationship. I need you to raise my children because we need to procreate. I need a partnership here to get work done in and outside of the home. And for Mike Braun to say across multiple generations, Mike Braun got married to his wife, Maureen, in 1976.
Mm-hmm.
That's 50 years this year.
50 years.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Congratulations to
Good job.
our governor. 50 years anniversary.
Governor and First Lady.
And Indiana did not have no-fault divorce until 1973. So you could not get divorced just because irreconcilable differences, right?
That's so crazy when I think about that is, as a lawyer, I used to practice family law, and just imagining you think about this. For those of you that aren't aware, you had to sue for divorce.
And you had to prove and prove the allegations.
Yeah. So like you would have to say adultery
or abandonment,
or alcoholism, drug addiction. You
And then
would
prove it.
And then you have to go to court and get witnesses and say, yep,
he's a
she
drunk.
slept with my neighbor.
Let's bring the neighbor here.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Equal Credit and Opportunity Act, that was a U.S. law, was not passed until 1974. So that was the law that allowed women to open a bank account, have a credit card, get a mortgage without a male co-signer.
It's been all downhill ever since then. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
74 on.
Like allowing women to contract. Come on.
Have a bank account.
So for Braun to say that across multiple generations, loving and committed families, he's witnessed the impact that has had. Well, his grandmother, his great-grandmother, his great-great-grandmother couldn't leave even if they wanted to. So they had no financial independence. They had no means. They couldn't even rent an apartment. Okay. They couldn't get divorced. They couldn't rent an apartment. Marital rape is what it used to be called, was not a thing. You could not say that your husband raped you until the 1970s. Mm-hmm. So this idea that this was just everybody getting together, and again, it's part of this MAGA vision that something that never existed used to be better than what we have now. Mm-hmm. Nostalgia is really, really powerful. And if we can create a fantasy about what used to be, we can tell you now all of the things that have erased that fantasy. Women voting, women going to college, women having careers and working outside of the home. But the reality is that as capitalism progresses and as we all want to spend more money and make more money, and we push this nuclear family myth, what has happened, especially in Western civilizations, is parents have become much more isolated, specifically mothers, because now you have to buy the things that we used to do communally. The biggest myth of the nuclear family is that it was always one household raising kids in isolation. That has never been true until the last 75 years or so. Families raised children together. Right. They shared housework. They shared cooking. They shared these tasks that now we say, okay, you go pay a housekeeper. You go pay a child caregiver. You go pay for these things that we used to do communally. And if you cannot exist in isolation as a nuclear family with mom, dad, kids, if you can't do that and be successful, that is your failure. And the idea that money and access to wealth has zero bearing on whether or not a parent can stay home while one parent works is, again, perpetuating a fantasy that does not exist. It doesn't exist, and it never has existed. And as a reminder, Mike Braun is worth approximately $100 million. It varies. But even if he was worth $50 million, he is in the wealthiest 10 to 12,000 families in the entire United States. He is in the 0.01%.
Right.
So for him to put out a proclamation of nuclear family, mom stays home, I have witnessed this across generations. He is completely ignoring the tens of millions of dollars his children and grandchildren have access to allow that fantasy to be a reality only for them.
Right.
And not the hundreds of millions of other people.
Corinne, do you think there's a component of like the dollar just doesn't go as far anymore? Because sometimes I was just thinking about this over the weekend. I didn't even know this was going to be your topic. But how was my dad able to raise, my dad was the only one that worked in the family. He worked at Ford stamping plant, and he was able to afford a mortgage, a car payment, put 3 kids through private school. How? We went on vacation every year?
Yep.
Yeah,
dude, that's inconceivable now.
Right.
On one income.
You can't even buy a house now. And you owned a house,
Yes.
right? He owns a house.
Yeah.
Yep, same. I mean, yeah, my dad was the only one that worked. We had a 4-bedroom home. We had 2 cars. We went on vacation, 3 kids. The other piece of this puzzle is at the same time we have been pushing the nuclear family myth, and things have been getting more expensive, like childcare, mortgage, etc., forcing families who only had one parent working to now have 2 parents working. That's just economic. That is just economics. That is not a choice.
Right.
That people are saying, some people make that choice, but most people are economically forced to do that. The weakening of the social safety nets have also gone along with that. So the weakening of labor unions, the weakening of employee protections. Indiana is a notoriously awful state for employee protections. So all of those things going along, one of my favorite stats that I like to use is, because it's really difficult to compare dollar to dollar, right? Because you got to do a whole bunch of inflation math, and it's who wants to do that. So if you think about like a pie, and these are just approximations, but in our household income pie in 1975, about 15% of our annual household income went to housing in 1975. Today, that is between 35 and 40%.
Wow.
That's crazy.
In 1975, roughly 3% of your annual income went to healthcare. Today, that is around 18%.
Yeah.
So you had a pie in 1975 that was about 20% for 2 basic necessities.
And
that is now over 55%
There you
for
go.
those 2 basic necessities.
That's what it is.
That's
right
why
there.
people have credit card problems. That's why people have loan, debt problems, and can't afford a house. It's just it's a snowball effect.
Corinne is doing all this off the top of her head. It's crazy. This
she's got these facts. That's why she's crazy. An influencer.
I know. Honestly, like I'm sitting here looking at your notes, and I'm like, that's
not on there.
Notes. Either she's making it up, or she's got this stuff memorized.
It's in my brain, because that is, I like to combat the talking point that, this generation is lazy. Look how lazy these millennials and Gen Zers are. They, quote, don't want to work. When you look at households today, households work more than they ever have before. Households are more educated than they ever have before. And than they have ever been before. And this generation of millennials could be, if this trend continues, could be the first generation in modern American history to earn less money than their parents over their lifetime.
Yeah, and then the thing about that, it also impacts the ability to pass on wealth, right, to their kids.
Oh, don't get me started on the boomers, Kevin. These boomers are holding on to their fucking money. They won't let that shit go.
And the next generations they're just going to spend it all.
I'm so glad that you brought up boomers, because this idea that those people were just bootstrapping, hardworking, yada, yada, yada. Think of the social programs they were able to take advantage of that have been dismantled.
But they could also buy a house for like $8,000.
Yeah.
And they got an unbelievable assistance if you were a veteran.
Right,
Here's your down payment. And remember, here's a neighborhood you can buy a house in, white family, that you black families cannot. So this idea that it's bootstrap, no, you had government help. Do not sit on your golden egg now and pretend that you did all of this.
Talking to you.
Pretend that you did all of this just by virtue of hard work.
Boomers.
Send this clip to your parents.
I'm always talking shit about boomers to my dad. It really riles him up. But I got to be honest, I didn't think Corinne and I would ever align much ideologically. But with the boomers, I think we are in harmony. I love to see it.
It really, I think that speaks to that we can just look at numbers, right? The numbers don't have feelings associated with them. It's just a reality. And I think when Mike Braun does something like this nuclear family proclamation, which obviously is a middle finger to the LGBTQ plus community.
John, can you throw up that little graphic of that was put out as like marketing for this? It's called Take Back the Rainbow.
What? See, that's the thing. I think, honestly, I think it definitely aimed at LGBTQ. I'm wondering if it's a total mistake that they
left out stepkids. Like
that
was just
I mean, of course it is, because June is Pride Month and they want to do Nuclear Family Month. I mean, of course that's.
But it seems like a major slight
to exclude stepkids.
I think it's all for clicks, man. I think everything now is just for clicks.
What's going to be the most
rainbow,
man?
Yep.
Whoa.
And for Mike Braun to say, this is not exclusionary.
Right.
If you say it's exclusionary, you're just spinning it.
Well, aren't you just taking back
I have
the
a
rainbow?
blended family. Corinne's got a blended family. We're not part of the nuclear family celebration.
I should be celebrating my nuclear family.
You do have a nuclear family. I do not.
Yeah, I'm not, Kevin. I'm not going to go as far as shitting on the nuclear family concept. I think
I'm proud. It's great. But you are excluding a lot of families. Like Corinne's family, my family.
You're excluding a lot of families, and the idea. I think the hardest part for
that is the. I'm sorry, Corinne, but that's the point of it, guys and gals.
Yes,
that is the point because it's an opposite of Pride Month.
Right.
That's what they're trying to do.
But did he mean to exclude as many families, like in this, he's excluded, two families out of this.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. Like
the stepchild.
What they should have done is say, like, we know families look many different ways, and they're all they're all families, and they're all instead of like
just in this studio, half the families are excluded from this celebration.
That's
right.
Which is statistically accurate. I mean, statistically represented nationwide.
I agree.
So it is intentional because it would have to acknowledge divorce. And for the last 3 legislative sessions in Indiana, a bill to eliminate no-fault divorce when there are children has been introduced, and one time has gotten through committee.
Yeah,
so
that's good for lawyers.
We talked about that. Yeah.
The lawyers need extra work, Corinne. I mean, don't be shitting on lawyers here.
We don't have enough lawyers.
These bills that were seen as maybe insane 10 years ago, and when they don't, every time I talk about a bill like this and it doesn't pass, I am called hysterical, yada, yada, yada. But you see it happen over time. We could be in a position maybe 5 years from now where the bill gets even more traction. So these things happen incrementally.
Yeah, who would have thought that Roe versus Wade would get overturned, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
Who would have
Again,
thought?
I was called hysterical when I said it was going to happen. I was called, you're being hyperbolic. You're being, and well, here we are. So, so those, yeah, it's on the last day of Nuclear Family Month. I'm definitely not shitting on nuclear families, but let's not pretend that this is a mainstay throughout human civilization. Humans are communal people. We are supposed to be in community with each other. We are supposed to be multi-generations in community with each other. And that is actually something that strengthens families and communities over time. So
Thanks, Corinne.
There you go.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
for
Awesome
celebrating
job.
Nuclear Family Month with us.
Corinne's bringing it.
Yes.
She's bringing it.
Thanks.
It's great to see you for some straight talk.
I'll just pretend. Tom and I will just pretend that we're part of
Yeah,
the
we're out.
nuclear
We're out
family.
for this celebration.
I'm taking
Corinne,
back
so-
the rainbow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Taking
take it back from
That's
the
a
leprechaun,
strong
right?
competition for the name also. So thanks,
Well,
Corinne.
I'm
It's
going to
good
go
see
have
you.
some Lucky Charms. So, all
All
right.
right.
All right. See you,
Okay.
Corinne. See you next
Thank
week.
you.
Bye, guys.
All right. Thanks. All right. Great job.
That was great.
Yeah.
Very
By the way,
interesting.
because we all have notes when we come in, and we don't rely on our notes, but sometimes we use them, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy because John took the conversation away from the notes, and Corinne was just going off top of her head. That's pretty
She was
impressive.
killing it,
Yeah. So let's
like
go
she
ahead.
always does.
Let's go ahead and do some ads, and when we come back, we're going to do some national news. So let's start off with Bug Guys Pest Control. Hammond, where the winds off Lake Michigan hits harder than a Bears goal line stand in December, and traffic on the Borman feels like a full-blown blitz. The Bug Guys are your hometown pest defense, knocking out ants like they're clocking in for a long shift at the fire station, kicking roaches off your kitchen counter like they tried cutting through Calumet Avenue at 5 p.m., and sending spiders out of your basement faster than a plow truck on the first big snowfall. Because around here, if it crawls, buzzes, or bites, it's playing on the wrong field. And the Bug Guys bring that monster midway energy straight to your home. Bear down. Bugs out. The Bug Guys Pest Control. 219-810-7481.
This Bud's for you. For 150 years, Budweiser is farm, brewed, bottled, and enjoyed across America. Has been farm, brewed, bottled, and enjoyed across America. Thanks to hardworking Americans and the highest quality American farmed ingredients. We're not just made in America, we're made of America. Budweiser is also the official beer of the Chicago Cubs, who have been winning more lately and will be celebrating
Streaky.
alongside, their 150th anniversary this season. Go Cubs, go. Enjoy beers and cheers for 150 years responsibly.
I'm not wearing a Dansby Swanson jersey until he gets above 200.
He got there like a day a
Yeah,
day.
and then fell back down.
Yes, he
Yeah.
got just to 200 and
Although
then
he
back
got
down.
2 hits last night.
Yeah.
He's
It's an interesting baseball season. I mean, look at the White
Dude.
Sox.
yeah.
First place.
I know they're playing great.
6 games over 500.
Yeah, they're playing great.
So to our Sox fans.
Prestonwood Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestonwood Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestonwood Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and more. The Prestonwood Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you. Hablamos Español.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and outdoor patio serving its award-winning craft beer, chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offers a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their amazing food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events. Off-site, just off of 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit, let them show you that customer service is their top priority. Check out more at bywaybrewing.beer.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortilla Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
219 Development and Bauer Construction, a longtime friend of the show and premier studio sponsor. This powerhouse duo represents 2 outstanding companies deeply invested in building and supporting our hometowns, 219 Development and Bauer Construction. 219 Development is focused on smart, responsible redevelopment across Northwest Indiana, and Bauer Construction is the boots-on-the-ground team that brings those visions to life. These aren't just builders, they're community partners. If you want to build something meaningful in the region or wherever your vision takes you, start with 219 Development and Bauer Construction. Call to reach Jack at 219-268-8484.
Thanks to our sponsors.
Including our studio sponsor, Power Indiana Lake County.
All right. That was a good segment by Corinne.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
Very interesting. There's some national news going on, like a flurry of Supreme Court decisions yesterday. It's that time of year, right, where they argue them in the spring and they issue them in the summer. One that I found that was real interesting was the Supreme Court ruled on a 5-4 decision, and the 5 that were in favor of it. Actually, the decision was written by Justice Amy Coney Barrett, right here from Indiana, joined by Chief Justice Roberts and the 3 liberal, quote-unquote liberal justices, Sotomayor, Kagan, and Jackson. And what it said was that states can continue to count late-arriving mailed ballots, rejecting, President Trump has been complaining about mailed-in ballots coming in late, coming in after the election, even though he voted by mail in the last election. The interesting thing about this is I think that the narrative is that, it's like California or these liberal states that have after Election Day counted ballots. And it's really a mix. Like, yes, California has it, Oregon has it, Washington has it, Illinois has it, but so does Alaska, Texas, Mississippi, West Virginia. So it's a mix of when you can get your ballot counted, and there's a complaint like, it takes longer, you don't know the results. A little bit true, but it also, that's what the state rules are, right? And if you're going to, I think what Justice Barrett said was like, if you want to change this narrative, then you have to have Congress change it, because right now the states control it, and like in Indiana, your ballot has to arrive by 6 p.m. on Election Day. In different states, you can, as long as it's stamped by Election Day, they can count them up to, I think, 4, 5, 6 days later.
And that's what this ruling is about, postmarked ones,
Correct.
right?
This is about, you can count late arriving mailed-in ballots as long as they're, as long as they comply with whatever the state rules are, which I believe that they're, they're postmarked as of. I think what Justice Barrett in her opinion said, I think this is the quote, is that federal laws setting a single election day leave open when these votes must be received. Congress could change the law if varied deadlines for ballot receipt similarly call for a national solution. The American people must choose it through their elected representatives. So basically, like, look, we're the court. We just interpret what's out there, and states have said that it's okay to count ballots late. So,
boy, SCOTUS is working overtime these days.
They are. It's that time of year.
So many, but even in the past, I feel like there's so many constitutional crises that have to get to the Supreme Court that they've never really considered before because of the administration right now.
That's right. I think that's right. There's a lot of action going on.
Like was probably more shocking than this was another ruling yesterday where Supreme Court ruled in favor of Trump's argument that he can fire heads of what are typically independent agencies.
I think not heads. I think it was board members, John, like of the FTC. Okay. Yeah, like appointments. So that was interesting. That's a big deal.
It's like the president is getting more and more power.
The funny
over
thing
Congress. Usually that was Congress.
But the funny thing is, they're going to regret that. The GOP, because we're going to have Democratic presidents too, guys.
Yep.
And there's going to be a tough Democratic president that gets in there and exerts all this new power that Trump is giving to the president.
I think that's a good point, Tom. Is that, like, be careful what you wish for, because over time,
it goes both ways.
Yeah, and over time, these places have become independent because there are both sides of the aisle on these boards.
Like the Federal Reserve, for instance.
Yep.
It was made intentionally to keep the president out of, because the president has different priorities than the Fed does. So if you're worried about the next election, you probably are going to drop interest rates, even though it's going to feed inflation, but you don't give a shit because you're going to be out of Washington, D.C. in 2 years. So who cares if inflation goes sky high and everybody loses their life savings, right? I should be able to put my person there, right? It's utter bullshit. And that really is. It's just what's going on is just, it's going to affect our country for a long time.
It sure is. And I think that's one thing that the Supreme Court acknowledged. They carved out the Federal Reserve and allowed that one commissioner to continue her fight against being removed. So they carved out the Fed, saying that it had because of its historical.
But I used the Fed as an example.
I agree with
There's
you.
a lot of different agencies.
Oh yeah, FTC.
Right.
Like they what about the Center of Disease Control? FEC, FTC, FAA, the CDC. I mean, all these things. So interesting stuff. And you're right, John. The Supreme Court is working overtime. Tom and I found this yesterday. It's pretty funny. So Congressman Massie, who
John's favorite.
John's a big fan of.
Sorry to see him go.
So am I, actually.
Yeah, he'll be back.
I think he'll be back too. But he was kind of getting like hassled by this Fox reporter. Like originally the Fox reporter said something like, hey, what about this like NDA or you made your ex-wife sign? And what about these allegations about your ex-wife and blah, blah, blah. And Massie was just like, dude, give it a break. Like, what are you doing? And then he like literally took his phone out and like turned the tables on him and started recording the reporter and had this question about gay porn, which I thought was really funny. John, did you see this?
Yeah, so this is from Massie's
Cell
phone.
Right.
Against a Fox News report, Fox Digital.
The Fox News reporter did not like it.
No, like his. We're going to talk about his
Dude,
reaction.
It's like, flip
we're
the
going to talk
tables.
about
How do
the
you like this,
reaction,
big
man.
guy? Yeah.
But Massie's point was like, these questions are like tabloid questions.
Correct.
So
Right.
I'm going to ask you something.
He even
All
said in his originally he said, when did Fox become a tabloid?
right. Here's Massie's cell phone footage.
Anything you could say.
So let me ask you. I heard that you like gay porn. Is that true?
Congressman, I just want to give you a chance. Your
I'm
side
giving you a
of it. That's
chance to
no,
give
I'm
me
not-
your
I'm
side.
not going to get into
Are
that.
you a real news organization or not? No, come back, man. All you got to say is you don't like it.
Congressman.
That you haven't been to those websites.
Of course,
All right.
Of course, I don't like it.
Really?
As he's running away.
That's not what I heard.
Thank you for your time.
How to get rid of pesky reporters?
Now that
Dude, that was so awkward.
that
Yeah, the guy ran
reaction,
away.
it's like what you would see a congressman usually doing, like walking away
right.
from the reporter.
Yeah.
The reporter's like, get me out of here. I
Like,
don't want to answer this question.
It was almost like, what are you asking me about
I'm
gay
going to lose
porn?
my job if I answer that question.
Or it's like it was like he was stressed out that Massie asked him, like, what do you know about me?
right.
It was so weird, right?
That reaction was bizarre.
Yeah.
I think that guy watches gay porn.
I think it's without a doubt.
He's like, I'm going to lose my job.
Even Massie goes, that's not what I heard.
You know, those streets. Nobody talks.
That was pretty funny.
Wow.
Another thing that's been in the news lately is this Great American State Fair. And you would think that, like, when you're planning for, I don't know if everybody else feels this way, but like, we all, you know, we're all old enough, especially you and me, Tom, to have been like in grade school during the bicentennial,
Yeah,
right?
I remember.
And I just remember
I
it
was
being
in
like
first
a
grade, right?
big deal. Like, I think we were first or second grade, right? Something like that.
First, yeah. I think
And
so.
don't you remember like being a big deal and like
Yeah.
there's like all this stuff going
Yeah.
on and like they talked about it in school and like this year it's like there's like not that much going on. It's not. I mean, it should be like a huge celebration around the country.
I agree. 250 years.
Yeah,
But like, it's hard to for like half the country. Let's just say half the country won't rally behind this president.
fair enough.
And
But I
they-
want to like at least rally behind the country. Like,
I
hey,
agree,
we're 250
but
years old.
unfortunately, if you rally behind the country, and I'm not talking for myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking for there's a lot of people that just absolutely despise this man, Donald Trump, and like they will if they feel like if they're patriotic to the country, they're showing him
favoritism to him. But
Right.
that's why I wish like and this is beyond Trump's ability to do this. But I wish that he would have been like, hey, we're making 250 bipartisan. It's nonpartisan. It's right. I mean, that's what it should be, right?
That's
So-
how he should run his office. By the
Of
way.
course. So here's President Trump pumping up the American State Fair that's going to be on the mall.
Chill performances, patriotic music, high-tech demonstrations, unique exhibitions, a FIFA fan zone, which is great, and it really has been big stuff, and even an old-fashioned rodeo. I love rodeo. I don't know how they do it. Then on July 4th, we will have the greatest show of all on the National Mall. Your favorite president will be speaking. So please show up.
All right.
Obama's coming.
I don't know how they do a rodeo. Well, they bring horses out, Mr. President. They run around.
But I want to add to Tom's point is like, 50% of America has trouble getting behind this administration, but like 95% of America also is just kind of like can't afford anything. They're not really
point.
in the mood
Good
to
point.
celebrate, right? But
Yeah,
this should
especially
be,
going to D.C.
dude, this should be the easiest home run.
Yes.
Yes.
To Kevin's point, like this, but I think honestly, part of this is how do you focus on celebrating something like this when you're like fighting 7 different wars and like you're just distracted with taking Greenland and all this
Yeah.
stuff.
Iran and like the Strait of Hormuz. And so this is
Venezuela, Cuba's next apparently.
That's right.
Like who knows what How can
I
you
called
throw
that
a party?
I
when
called
it
that
was-
on Lockpod for the record.
Did you?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I'll pull it up. I'll go into the Lockpod archives.
So this is
I called that on Lockpod. I said Cuba's next.
Cuba's-
we
It's
said
on
that
its
like,
way.
at least
Yep.
at least
You
a
and
year
Lindsey
ago.
Graham.
Yep.
Well, when Lindsey Graham can't
Lindsey
wait
can't-
till hey, when do we get to? When do we get to use the weapons?
Dude, if we go to Cuba, like that'll be another great vacation spot. Like, let's be honest,
Havana.
right? As good as Florida is,
Havana used to be.
I know.
In the 50s,
I
man.
know. Like, you go there in the dead of winter, it's gonna be beautiful.
I think it needs some infrastructure improvements.
I'm sure it does, but I'm talking about the weather. All I need is a beach chair, bro.
So this state fair is supposed
you
to
make
be.
a good point. That'd be pretty cool to vacation there.
Yeah.
I mean, I would eventually go there once they spiced it up a bit, but I don't know if I want to
I
go.
think
there.
the charm is in the old cars that they just haven't
Yeah,
had
if they run.
Kevin's
Yeah.
bougie,
I
dude.
think before I went
man.
there
Kevin's like, I need a
recently-
5-star resort before I get my ass there. Is there 4 seasons yet?
Wow, you have someone in chat. Carmen's in chat, one of our top fans, saying she remembers the moment Tom called it.
Thank you,
There,
Carmen. Thank you,
yes.
Carmen.
Now that's a true fan.
I did.
right
Thank
there.
you, Carmen. I appreciate you.
Damn.
Super fan, Carmen.
So this American State Fair is supposed to be a world-class exposition and modern-day World's Fair celebrating the people, traditions, innovations, and spirit that make America the greatest nation on earth, featuring more than 150 exhibits from all 56 states and territories, businesses, innovators, and civic organizations. The Great American State Fair will showcase the very best of America through state pavilions, which are empty, industry displays, family-friendly attractions, movie screenings, musical performances, military ensembles, spectacular flyovers, daily cultural programming, and an iconic Ferris wheel on the National Mall. The Ferris wheel broke down, by the way. Here is the actual website. This is such a lame website. John, I mean, you do websites. Look at this thing.
Dude,
This is
what
a
is
joke,
it?
man. Like even the FAQs are screwed up. Like they're like,
Oh, yeah, look at
so
that.
bizarre.
Wow.
Will the event take place if it rains? Like, look at this. It's just the schedule, a picture of the Ferris wheel, and a miniature of the Trump
Also,
arch.
the weirdest thing happened to us while we went to the. I've never seen
It
this.
crashed.
Dude. We go to the website. It's working momentarily, and then we get this message. I don't know if y'all can read this. Application error. Client side exception has occurred.
Well,
I've never. How does this happen on a?
freedom250.org. So let's see what's really going on at the State
Festival
Fair.
of Lakes has got a better website.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I know. I totally agree with you.
Absolutely
Festival of Lakes
does.
has a better website.
yeah. We should.
John, can you click on one of those like little items about the national like reporters that have gone to the State Fair?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's watch
yeah.
this. This is.
This. Do you think this is AI though? Because I don't.
Well, then go to
see-
another one if you, I mean, it doesn't matter. Which
All right.
here we go. It says dozens of people turn out for Trump's Great American State Fair.
Dude. Oh my God, that's during one of the shows?
Yes.
The U.S.
There's like
Army
12
Blues.
people there. Oh my God.
The whole place.
What a joke.
The Ferris wheel is broken.
I want to know what's going on because you have Trump's team saying it's packed, and then you've got footage like this. Is this like right when they open?
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah.
what is
Sure.
right?
Maybe. John, click on it.
Okay,
Watch this. There's another guy.
Another one.
Images out of Donald Trump's state fair over the past 2 days, and this is what it looks like. If you wanted to go to Washington, D.C., you would see a state fair. There aren't many people on the ground is the problem for him, right?
That's
He's a
messed
president
up.
who really loves crowd sizes, and as you can see in this video, the crowd sizes are almost non-existent. There are tens of people on the ground in Washington, D.C. right now for
Dude,
this state
Festival
fair.
of
There are
Lakes is
many
gonna
issues with
blow
it,
this
right? The
away.
Oh,
Ferris
yeah.
wheel did-
Yeah, speaking of, I was thinking about Fest when I saw this clip because Juan does such a great job with the food vendors at the Fest.
So this is
And this is
this is entitled "Went to the Great American State Fair for the Vibes."
see, like, is that when they just
I know,
I'm
open?
John.
sure.
I know,
I'm
John.
sure it
It's got to
is.
be, right?
That's the broken down Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Who
Could
knows?
you imagine you fly all the way to D.C. for that?
Oh,
Well, I mean, honestly, they should have planned it. Like, they should have made it like this state fair. They should have been talking about it for the last year and a half, so
Agreed.
families could make plans.
Like the World Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So make plans to go there. Like,
Right.
so families would be like, "Oh, I'm going to go to the Great
Okay?
American State Fair."
I haven't even heard about this until
No,
about
dude.
2 weeks ago on the
It's
show.
crazy.
I haven't even heard about
from
it.
the show you heard about it.
From our show.
From our show.
Yeah, from our show. I heard it from you guys.
That is sad.
They
I,
should have
and
been
by the way,
planned.
I'm in the news. I
Yeah.
read the news like
Yes.
for 2 hours plus every day. I'm reading news. Like I didn't see one article. I didn't see anything. And I'm like, I'm up on the news. I
It's
read the Wall
so
Street Journal.
bad,
I read the
man.
local papers. Like I have nothing. No idea we were doing this.
I mean, like, I want to see like 250 flags everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
I ordered some
Yeah.
off of Amazon just to have them.
Nice.
Yeah, the little ones.
Bring one in.
So finally, the World Cup's been going on. I don't know if anybody paid attention yesterday, but both Germany and the Netherlands, sorry to Rick Baltensberger again, lost in penalties, and the penalty kick were crazy. So it's getting real exciting because you're in the knockout round. Man, I fell exciting.
Asleep. I watched the end of the Cubs game, then I flipped over and watched Netherlands, and then I was like, I'm not going to make it to the end of this, and I went to sleep. So
yeah, you and Jana both. Yeah. Ethan and I stayed up. But this is kind of funny. Jill brought this up. This is hilarious. This is a Messi statue.
This is a rare Jill story, so thank you, Jill.
70 tons of steel and iron, a lot of money. It's Messi sliding on his knees in celebration. However, the ambitious tribute quickly went viral on social media for all the wrong reasons as football fans began heavily mocking its design. The lower half of Messi's body lacks realistic anatomical detail, and then the World Cup they put right in between his legs.
Yeah, that looks like a big old
look
dude,
look at that.
Big old slung.
Like play that, John. Hit play on that.
What just happened to it?
It went up. You
it's
go
up
here.
What the fuck?
The World Cup trophy is like right between his legs.
What is going on down there in Argentina, man?
Do that again, John. Messi!
Look at that big old...
Wow.
That is crazy.
Oh, man. All right.
Whoa,
Wrap
we got a
us
lot
up.
in today.
Yeah, we did. We did. Good show. Thanks to Corinne. Thanks to our fans. Appreciate it. Good job, Kevin. Jay Vez, awesome. We're going to be back on Friday as normal. I'm not sure if we have a guest or not, but Jill will be back in the studio, and it'll be another high-quality episode.
Can we talk about that when we on Friday? Do you think we'll be able to talk about that Maryville ice thing?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that on Friday.
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't do that today. So
yeah, we skipped over it, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Just thought about it.
No, we got to do that on Friday.
Okay, good.
Okay. All right. So thanks, everybody, for listening to LockPod. Season 18, Episode 18 is in the books. We're going to be back on Friday. We're going to talk about some Maryville ice, have Jill in the studio, and do some other fun stuff. So we'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Thanks for listening to LockPod. We are out. Take care.